It's Saturday morning. We're off to Retrospelsmässan or whatever the fuck it's called. What's it called? Retrospelsmässan. With Razikins, Tim and Shockz. On the way, aren't we, Raz?
Oh, hey!
On the fucking way, boy! It's a
no
retro
sign
market.
It should be here, but
I don't know where the fuck we are. Raz is taking us in the middle of some fucking shipyard.
Yeah.
Hi. Frederick, he's going to fix my PC engine very kindly, aren't you? Yeah. So yeah guys, that was a little montage of my time in Sweden over the last weekend, and went out there, as you saw, with Adam, Shockz16 and Tim Badfucup. And yeah, we stayed with Razmataz Raz. So links to everybody's channels in the description. Bumped into Frederick, as you saw on that little clip there, at the retro event thing. But yeah, it was quite good. It was really nice staying in Sweden and kind of having a look around, and Raz showed us around. I've never been to Sweden before. And yeah, the retro event was pretty good. It was weird because most of the prices were really high, like mental high. Like, I think one of the first games I saw was Darius Gaiden on the Saturn, Japanese Saturn, and at first I thought it said 100 krona, which is about 9 quid. So I thought, oh, that's a good price, and then realised there was another one on it, so it's actually 99 quid, which is fucking crazy because it's like a 20 quid game, and I got one for like a tenner a couple of months back. So yeah, most prices were like right up there, but then you could find some bargains. So I'm going to show you everything I picked up. So the first thing I got was actually a gift from Raz when I turned up, and yeah, really chuffed to get this. A game I've been after for ages on the Dreamcast. So it's Egg Elemental Gimmick Gear. Now this is like a I think it's like an adventure game rather than RPG, or maybe like RPG elements or something. I'm not exactly sure, but what attracted me to it was it's a US exclusive. It is available in Japan, but not in English, obviously, so it didn't come out in the PAL region. But it's got these amazing, like, hand-drawn graphics. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like hand-illustrated graphics. Yeah, it looks stunning. So yeah, doesn't go cheap, that. So massive thanks to Raz for gifting me that. It's much appreciated. I know he got rid of a load of his Dreamcast stuff a while back, and he kind of kept this for me, and then to gift it to me is just really appreciated. So that's amazing. I mean, he'd already let us stay with him for free for the weekend, so you know, that was just unbelievable. Then pickups at the actual event. First thing I saw when I walked in, it was the first couple of stalls, and I saw this, and it's True Lies for the Mega Drive, complete in pretty good nick, and it was like 20 quid, which is a really good price if you kind of follow Mega Drive stuff and you know how much this is worth. 20 quid's a really good price, so I snapped it up straight away, didn't even barter, just gave the guy the money, because I need this one for the collection, and kind of always sort of danced around it due to the price. But yeah, 20 quid's a great price. I have had a little play on this. It's actually pretty fun. It's like a top-down view. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Crackdown, if you've ever played Crackdown on the Mega Drive or the Amiga. But yeah, you're Arnie, obviously, and I only really played the first level where you're mooching about and you have to shoot guys and avoid killing the civilians and what have you. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun. The music was alright, so we'll see. I haven't really, it's now Saturday and I only got back like really late last Sunday night, so I've been working all week, haven't really had a chance to play many of these games. Next game was Columns for the Mega Drive, which I don't have. I have it on the Game Gear because, yeah, grew up playing it on the Game Gear. Again, complete and very nice nick, and it was like 4 quid. So yeah, snap that up, 4 quid. what else did we get? Oh yeah, I got these two little Fallout figures. If you know, you can probably see a bit of it there on the back. I've got that my little Fallout shrine there with my collector's editions and some knickknacks on. And I got these. I can't remember what they're called. These little figures. Someone can tell me in the comments. Yeah, I forget, but they're like £6 or something a figure, and I always thought, you know, I don't really want to be spending like £6 on a little figure, but if any of them pop up, I'll grab them. It says Funko on the bottom, so they're like Funko minis or something. But yeah, I got a Super Mutant, and I also got the Mysterious Stranger. So if you've ever played Fallout, you'll know Mysterious Stranger is a perk that you get where randomly this mysterious guy in a trench coat will turn up and pop some caps for you. And yeah, Super Mutant obviously, and they were like 90p each, I think, which is cheap as chips, so I grabbed both of those. I saw those quite late in the afternoon, so I don't know if they had a load of them and they were the only two left. I also found these two. Now, Dreamcast stuff was really expensive for the PAL region. The PAL region stuff was mental. I actually got talking with one of the sellers, and I kind of asked, I think it was like a Mega Drive game, I asked, oh, how much is this? And he said blah blah blah, and it was like double what it is in England. And he obviously saw my face, and he said, oh yeah, it's crazy here compared to England. But yeah, I saw these and I just paid the asking price because these are another two US exclusive Dreamcast games that I need for the collection, and they do go for a few quid. So first one is the Sega Smash Pack. Now I got outbid on this one recently on eBay, and I think it went for like 30 quid, and I paid like 9 quid for this. It's got a small crack on the front, but as they're dual cases, you can replace them easily. I've got a load of spare CD cases, so this is great. It's just some Sega classics from like the Mega Drive era. Interestingly as well, it's actually got Sega Swirl on it, so some people count Sega Swirl in the full PAL Dreamcast set, which I don't, because it only ever came on a demo disc, but it is a full game. But I do have that demo disc, but it's funny to see it on this compilation. But other than that, it's like Mega Drive stuff, like you've got Streets of Rage 2 on here, Sonic, Golden Axe, Shining Force, Revenge of Shinobi, Phantasy Star 2. So yeah, just 12 great games. It's got Virtua Cop 2 as well on it, randomly, like a random Saturn game. So yeah, I mean, it's just 12 good games. So yeah, pretty good. And like I said, 9 quid when it normally goes for about 30 quid, no brainer. And the other one that the same seller had marked up at 4 quid, and I was watching one of these on eBay, I think at like 35 quid or 30 quid again. So to get it for 4 quid is insane. And that's Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness, so another US exclusive that we didn't get, and it's just, yeah, a variation on Ms. Pac-Man obviously. So yeah, 4 quid, absolute fucking bargain. Chuffed with that. I'll save the best one for last because it's a doozy. Next one, I found a seller that had some really reasonable prices, which I'd have been willing to pay anyway, but I bundled all these in together and got some money off. So they had Brutal Paws of Fury marked up at about 9 quid, which is it's like German text on the back, but when you load it up, it actually has multi-region language. You know, you can choose which language you want to play in. I have played this briefly, and it is fucking terrible. It's a one-on-one fighter if you haven't played it, but it's absolutely shocking. Yeah, I might move that on because it's just not great. Then we've got the Otifants, which is about 4 quid, which is like a little cutesy platformer. It kind of reminds me in a way visually of Codename 2 Robocod, James Bond Robocod. but it's not as good. But yeah, I haven't really given it enough time to make a full decision on it yet. But yeah, I don't know if I showed the inside of Brutal, but these are all like absolutely mint condition inside. They're really nice, and outside they're absolutely perfect. So yeah, that was like £4. And then funnily enough, like I said, I bought True Lies for 20 quid, which was a great price. And then I found another copy of True Lies, which was marked up at like what's the exchange rate, like probably £10.50, 11 quid, but when I bundled it all together I got some money off, so I probably paid like 9 quid for this. So obviously I've ended up with 2 copies of True Lies, but I thought, seeing as this is normally worth about 30-40 quid, I'll grab it and then I can do some trades and kind of recoup some of the money I spent at the retro event. And then the last item I picked up, the guy had this marked up at what was it, 800 krona, which is like that's like 70 quid. Yeah, about 70 quid he had it marked up as, and I got him down to about 59 quid it worked out as, and that is one I've been after for ages. Bare Knuckle 3. I do have Streets of Rage 3 up there with no manual, and I kind of negotiated a sale of that for about 50 quid, so to upgrade to this only realistically cost me about 9 quid, so that's great. Yeah, it's really nice nick. It's absolutely minty inside. It's got this little move sheet or whatever that is. It just seems to tell you some of the moves, and yeah, absolutely crisp as fuck manual and the game. So yeah, really chuffed to get a nice condition copy of Bare Knuckle 3 for that cheap. Really happy. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. That was yeah, a little run through of the Sweden event. If you didn't know anything about it, it's called Retrospelsmässan or whatever, which means retro gaming convention, something like that. And yeah, it was good fun. Like I said, it's just like a market. It's like the Leeds or Doncaster markets, and it was just nice to go and do something in another country and see what was going on there. Really busy. And they had arcades and pinball and all that jazz as well, if you're into that. And they had a stage with some stuff going on, but I didn't really pay attention to what was going on there. They had food vans outside, because when I'm abroad I'm all about the food. We ate really well. We ate a lot of stuff. We had these really weird like shrimp burger things at the event, which were really nice. And yeah, it was really good fun. Massive thanks to Raz for having us. Much appreciated, mate. The first tuber I've gone to visit outside of the UK, so that was great. So yeah, it was just really good fun. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon. Peace.